Hey guys, Menchi here. Today I'm going to show you a track. I decided to make something like a copy of a track by Sigala and Ellie Ox, a track called With You. It's something like Eurodance or dance pop genre, because Sigala made something like piano house. His track also sounds like more in a pop genre, but it's more like in piano house, maybe future house, something like that. I think I'll make a review of a track in maybe old style by Sigala, maybe a track with John Newman called "Give Me a Love" or something like that. But today we will listen to a track. It's something like my copy. Of a track with you. I'll explain all the process, what I use in this track, but let's listen to it. I think YouTube will restrict some parts of the track. I'll show some parts, and you can listen to full track in the chicken link in the description.
I don't wanna leave tonight if I'm not there with you. Tell me what the feeling like. I don't wanna leave tonight if I'm not there with you. I don't wanna leave tonight if I'm not there with you.
So it sounds like that, and let me show you what I did here. I used FL Studio to make these stems to figure out in details how this track was produced. So we have drum section, bass, instruments, and vocals. Vocals I decided to use in this project to show you the full picture of this track. So I figure out that the track has something like this rhythm section, maybe a bit other instruments used in the track by Sigala, but I decided to make something closer. We have these fills. We have this reverse kick, by the way, cool feature, and as you see, we have something like pauses between the parts of the drop and the breakdown. By the way, we have something like pauses. We have here and here a lot of pauses, and these pauses may make a track more interesting, because we have something like we don't have a straight rhythm for the whole track. We have these pauses, and these pauses make the track more interesting. Yeah, we have a bass section. Let me show you. We have this bass in the breakdown. Also, we have this organ in the breakdown. Something like that, and we have the main bass section on the drop. Yeah, it's something like the offbeat bass with these notes. We have a sub bass here, and we have 3 layers of organ. I decided to use bass organ from Progressive Tech House tool. Here we have a drum and bass pack, and this organ from Deep House too. Of course, you can use other organs. It's not a problem to find them in the Nexus, because I used something like bass category and type here organ, and you see there are a lot of organs here. on a different taste. You can use by your own, it's not a problem, I guess. So we have this lead part, something like that. I decided to use here pizzicato. It's a pizza called preset from factory preset pack. I guess all of you have this pack. We have 3 layers of lid. Sounds like that. We have gate pad part. It's a gate from a factory preset tool. It's called Dance Lineup B. You can easily find it. I just used this harmony, this chord progression, using a wrist bass. By the way, I didn't hear this part in original track. Maybe it sounds a bit quiet here, but I decided to use it because without this gate part, my copy sounds maybe a bit not so full. I decided to use it for this reason. We have something like a plug. I decided to use just the voice. It's a future bass tool, but you can use other voices. There are a lot of cool short voices to make a melody like that. And we have something like short notes and long notes, something like that. It's maybe old school feature, something like back in the 90s, but there are a lot of tracks these days we have with these features. Yeah, I decided to use these textures. We have string here and we have this texture in the breakdown. Using textures makes a track more full because we have something like a wrist bass and these instruments. It sounds more interesting instead of we don't use any texture, but if we listen to vocals and this wrist bass. By the way, I hear some stuff from using this string, something like that, because I hear it in this part. That's why I decided to use string here. Yeah. Then we have the step, something like that. Also back in the days, really old school step. I decided to find it in Nexus. I just typed hit and you can see it called Euro 1 hit. You can use other hits, other steps for this, but I decided to use this one. It's from a pack, Sound of the 90s 2, part 2, and it sounds really cool with these really this track has old school vibes, but there are a lot of tracks these days. We have these steps and old school stuff like pizzicata, etc. So we have these crashes. Of course, there are a lot of crashes here. It's something like also back in the 90s when producers used a lot of these crashes. And if you see the kicks, it sounds really like the track of the 90s, but maybe with a bit more future touch, something like we have better compression, better sounding, and you can make this track something like using not so expensive laptop, but back in the days people produced these tracks using a lot of samples, other stuff, something like recording on the tapes or something. Of course, this track it's more easier to produce the track like that in our days. Yeah, something like that. So tell me, what do you think about this track? Maybe you have a suggestion how to improve it. Maybe I forgot something. Of course, type in the comments. I'll read it. I'll read them, of course, and if you want to make a track, something like that, I leave the links to my Patreon and Boosty. You can download this project and maybe make something by your own. Of course, you can make something, I don't know, maybe you have something like cool vocals for this genre, but you didn't know how to produce the genre like that. Feel free to check my links in description, something like that. Yeah, so Menchi was here. Bye bye, guys.